For the trailer, I can definitely tell that it's a horror genre, mainly as the music starts at the beginning, kind of creates an eerie atmosphere. Um, Also, obviously, the shots, some of the fast-paced shots and like the slower shots leading up to the fast-paced ones. I also think that
Do you feel at the end of the trailer as it gets weak and as the backstory is given?
starting with the magazine, I do think it represents the genre as horror. The colours help because of the black being used as connotations of death and darkness and sorrow. Also, the bits of red in it, obviously, it has typical connotations and of blood, which relates to the horror genre. Also, because the image is fairly enigmatic, and doesn't give too much away. Also, I think the font of the title, like the way it looks a bit like messed up and it's kind of been it looks like it's been torn a little bit. That definitely portrays the genre.
Yes, the genre is clearly represented through the use of colours by using dark colours that you would usually see in horror-themed trailers and by using font that you would also see in horror trailers that
Portrays the genre. I really like the image. Like I mentioned before, it's like quite enigmatic, it's like a mystery. You don't really know what's going on. You don't know who these girls are, and you want to know why. I like the black inner glow of the image. I think it adds a good effect. It's like kind of makes you close in on the image rather than having it all around. I like the fonts. I think there's a good variety of them. There's not too many, but they're not too simple. I also like the colours used. I like the black, red, and the hint of yellow in there. I really think that works well together to create a good portrayal of the genre.
Yes, the genre was clearly represented through the use of colours, font, and the text colour.
It's a good portrayal of the genre. I can tell it's horror through the colours used in the image. Also, the actual image itself and the font especially.
Question 1B. They work together with the use of images being used in the poster and trailer.
Maybe the slight difference I would change is I could add a filter to make it look a bit more spooky or eerie, and make it maybe seem a bit more vague, so you can't even create even more enigmatic. Also,
Question 2. The poster is brilliant and truly reflects a professional product.
Also, I'd maybe make the title slightly smaller of the magazine. I do think that the masthead's a bit big width-wise. Obviously, across the length is fine, but maybe a smaller one would be better.
Question 2B. The shots in the trailer are good and reflect a horror film.
That, like the two girls in it, you can tell that they're obviously some sort of ghosts, and obviously the undertitles give a really good indication of what the storyline's going to be, as well as the effects that's been used on Final Cut to like make them like jitter and look like it's like kind of like a broken record.
Question 3. Yes, it is clear to the backstory being used within the trailer.
I really liked the music in the background. I really think that added to the atmosphere and made me scared to know what something's going to pop up.
3B. The similar elements used throughout the promotional package.
I like the fact that it didn't have too much dialogue in it, because I think when there's too much in it, it just makes it too confusing to try and follow. So I think there's been a good balance there. I can definitely tell that is genre. The only thing one would be better. For the poster, again, I do think that you can tell the representations through it, especially since the eye's being scratched out. I can straight away tell that it's a horror genre. Also, like the colours used, like quite the dark colours, and the background as well. Like it's not just plain black; it's actually got some texture to it. Also the fonts, again, I mentioned that's on the post.
And question 4, the development at the end of the trailer as it gets weaker after the backstory is
Again, I mentioned that's on the poster. Also, I like the image. I really think that's effective. You can tell that it's this what the storyline's kind of to do with children and the kind of a ghostly storyline. Also, it's kind of not revealing too much, but you know what the kind of story is going to be revealed around. And there's nothing I would change on the post. The only thing I would maybe change about it would be you could possibly make the girls look a bit more scary in the way of maybe put some darker makeup on them, make the face look a bit more shadowed so you can't see it properly. Also, for the intertitles, I'd maybe put a black background instead of a grey one, just to kind of keep it dark instead of having any lightness on it. And obviously there's quite a lot of intertitles and the font's quite big in a way of like, it looks like it's like, just looks like there's a lot to read on it. So maybe I could make it a tiny bit smaller, but apart from that, everything's great.